Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because we're talking all things perfume. Whether you're new to perfume, not sure about perfume, or if you're already in the perfume community, I think I have a little bit of something for everybody. So make sure you like this video, subscribe. You subscribing to my YouTube channel means that I get to make more videos like this, so I appreciate every single one of you that have subscribed and interacted in the comments, and it just really helps me, so thank you very, very much. So on today's video, I have categorized my perfumes into 4 different categories. So maybe there's a category that you want a recommendation to, or you just want to see what I would wear. So I broke it down into these 4 categories. The first category will be skin scents, really good for those that are new to perfume. The second category is girls' night or a date night, something you just want to feel sexy, playful, fun. Then the third category is what I've been wearing all summer, something that's really sunny, makes you think of sunshine or fruits or like just living it up in the summer. And then our last category are those cozy, warm scents that even when it's hot outside, you just want to cuddle up in a blanket, drink your tea. If it's a rainy day, this is something you would wear. So those are my 4 categories, and a little quick disclaimer is that scents are very personal to you. Not only what you like to smell, but also how they react on your skin. So my recommendation is to always buy a sample size or a travel size, and if you love it, if you're not able to go in the store and spray it on yourself to see how it wears on you, if you love it, then invest in a full bottle. And I'll give you an example of some that I have bought as a travel size and then have invested into a full bottle. So just know that everyone's skin is different, so when you spray it onto your skin, it's going to be different than when you smell it on a piece of paper. It could turn really sweet, really sour, some good, some bad. So some of the things that smell good on me may not smell good on one of my best friends, and then something that smells so wonderful on her, I'll spray it on me and it stinks. So just know that fragrances are super personal to your skin and to what you like to smell. So the first category is skin scents. And what is a skin scent? That is something that's gonna sit close to your skin. It's not gonna give a lot of projection. So if you're new to fragrance, this is great for you. If you're sensitive to fragrance, this is also great for you. Or if you're traveling, you're on an airplane, very good. And if you're a teacher or you're sitting at a desk or have an office job, these fragrances are really great because they're not going to project and bother the person next to you. However, if they get close enough to you, if you want to wear it to bed and snuggle up to your loved one, they're gonna smell it on you and think you smell amazing. And really, perfume is for you. So even if no one else can smell it, you can smell it yourself and think, I smell really good. So the first fragrance that I'm gonna share with you is something that I have been gatekeeping. I shared it on TikTok a few months ago, and everyone in the comments were like, why are you telling everyone about this fragrance? Because we love it. And the first one is by Clean Reserve, and it is Skin. Skin is very hard to describe. This is sweet, but also musky, but not too sweet and not too musky. This is so perfect. This is an everyday, unique skin scent, and if you were to buy any fragrance, this is the one that you should buy first. It's actually so beautiful. The notes are praline, musk, salt, tonka bean, and leather, but it smells sweeter than that. I truly can't describe it to you, but cannot recommend this enough. Get this. If you like Glossier You, which is also a skin scent, try this one instead, and I promise you, you will love it. The next one that I'm gonna show you is one that I wore the other night to bed, and Adam complimented and was like, oh, you smell really good. And it's hard to get a compliment from Adam when it comes to fragrances. But this one is Replica's Bubble Bath. And what's really cool about Replica is that they make their fragrances based on a moment in time. So for this, it's Beverly Hills 2005. It's a comforting, clean accord, and it's a memory of a bubble bath, which truly smells very clean, as you would think of a bubble bath, very soapy, clean, pretty fragrance, and you just feel like a really cool girl when you wear this, like a clean girl aesthetic, if you will. Okay, the next one that I have here is also from Replica. And this memory in a fragrance is supposed to remind you of a sailing day. So you have went to the beach, you got on a boat, you're off, you're sailing in a boat, you have the wind blowing in your hair. It's kind of salty, but also sweet. You can smell the fresh air. This is one of my absolute favorites, and also one of the ones that I mentioned where I bought a travel size, then I bought the smallest one, which I'm almost out of, and then I invested in a full bottle during Sephora's 20% off sale. Okay, the next one is one of my everyday signature scents. This is Brooklyn Ellis's Myth. And what is so beautiful about this fragrance is it's just different. You feel like you're spraying something that's musky, floral, but also has a citrus note that really comes out on my skin. It just feels really clean and really fresh. And the best thing about Ellis Brooklyn too is that they come in body oils. And one trick you can do to make your fragrances last longer is to use a body oil that matches like this one, or you can use something like baby oil or Aquaphor to really make that scent last and stay even longer. So for everyday wear, I like to mix Myth with this hair perfume from Gazoo. I think that's how you say it, but I'm not really sure. But this just makes me feel really clean and really pretty. I think it's the honey in this fragrance with your hair perfume that mixes so well with Myth, and they just work so beautifully together. All of these fragrances are just a clean, refreshing smell. All right, these next two fragrances are for my girls that are very sensitive to perfume and also just don't like to project, and you're just kind of wanting something that smells good on the skin that's absolutely for you. And that is Taunt and Milk from Ded Cool. You can find these at Sephora, but if you shop my link below, you can get a discount code. So what I really love about these two fragrances is Taunt is like a very beautiful vanilla, but it's not a warm vanilla. It's very airy. So it's not gonna feel heavy on your skin, but still give you that beautiful vanilla, warm, fragrant smell. And it sits just so pretty and so easy to mix with other fragrances. So these are really great for layering, which is also why I love Milk and Extra Milk. So milk sounds a little weird because you're like, who wants to smell like milk? But this is actually a really soft fragrance that is perfect for blending. And on their website, it says milk is what you're supposed to mix with Taunt and other fragrances to make it last longer, and kind of is a fragrance enhancer. So this is a really beautiful one too. So Taunt is similar where it has that bergamot, but it also has vanilla, dewdrop, and some floral notes. So you can see how this one is really pretty, a really pretty light vanilla. And then the last one in this category is Lake and Sky's 1111, which is also very romantic, and I like the name 1111 because you're supposed to make a wish during 1111. So this one is very airy. It's like aromatic. It makes you feel like you're standing outside right after a fresh rain. It's so beautiful, and this has been slept on so much, but I see its popularity rising. And this is very easy to mix with other fragrances as well. So when you spray perfume, you always want to spray on your pressure points. If you're like me, you spray everywhere, but it's actually very good to like put it on your wrist, in between your elbows, like on your shoulders and on your chest. And then I always spritz it on top of my head. But never rub it together because it actually disrupts the smell of the fragrance. So just spray it and leave it. So now we're moving on to our next category, which is date night or girls night. So this category is gonna be a little bit stronger, a little more playful, girly, something you would just want to wear and stand out. So the first OG, if you have followed me on Instagram, we have a running joke that every time I got in an Uber on a date night with Adam, the Uber driver would fall in love with me because every time we got in the car, they would be like, what are you wearing? So that is Tocca's Florence. This is a beautiful white floral. Don't let white floral scare you away. This is one of my favorites. This is what the Uber drivers and Adam fell in love with me wearing. I wore this all throughout dating Adam. It holds such a special memory in my mind. This brand also comes in lotions, hand creams, and even the hair perfume. So I still to this day love this as a hair perfume, even to mix with other perfumes. So I actually wore this fragrance house on The Bachelor in Colette. So this to me is not your average white floral. Yes, it's floral, but it also has this sweet, fruity scent to it that's just so beautiful and so feminine. And I think really I started wearing this on date nights with Adam because it did make me feel like I was beautiful. And I wanted to like send that aura out to Adam as well. Okay, date night. Let's move on to maybe a girls' night out. This is the ultimate girls' night out fragrance to me. I wore this when I went to Vegas with some of my girlfriends, and this is like my Vegas fragrance. So if you're gonna go out and have a good night, you need to be wearing Valentino's Born in Roma. It is sweet, it is girly. It smells like candy, but also like a sexy candy. So it's not too juvenile, if you will. It's more like a grown-up sexy candy version. Like you're out in Vegas, you're with your girlfriends, you rule the world. I'm popping out my phone for this. It is woody, it's vanilla, it's fruity, it's soft, spicy, white floral, powdery floral, musky, green, and fresh. It's like, I am every woman, and this is the fragrance. This is the best. Here is another date night, girls night out fragrance that I love. This smells like creamy strawberries. This is sexy, flirty, fruity, creamy. It is so beautiful. I wore this a lot when I was pregnant with the boys on date nights or like events that Adam and I would go to, and I just felt so pretty and beautiful. Now I want to move on to one of the most unique fragrances that I have in my collection that I feel is like the most underrated, and every time I wear this, you can see the dent in the bottle. Men stop my husband and say, "What are you wearing?" I swear to you, you can ask him yourself. I will wear this and it never fails. A man stops my husband and is like, "What is that?" And I'm like, it's actually me. This is Nest in the fragrance Indigo. This fragrance is my favorite because it has a tea note. So when you think of a fresh tea, that when you're boiling tea in a pot and you smell that, I get this when I spray it onto my skin. It's just so pretty. And I don't have any other tea fragrances in my collection. This one is just so special. It also has fig and bergamot and a base note of cashmere wood. So it's very, in my opinion, an interesting combination, and it's just so pretty. Now I want to touch on a perfume oil. A perfume oil is going to last you all day and all night. This is so concentrated on your skin that it's going to last, and it's great for layering. So I can layer this with my Tocca or my Burberry Her. It's just gonna make that fragrance last all day. Now we're gonna move on to some affordable fragrances that you can buy at Target. And the first one that I wanna introduce you to is Finery. And with Finery fragrances, they take the top selling fragrances from every fragrance house and they make it into an affordable bottle. So right here in my hands, we have Baccarat Rouge dupe, which is called Finery's The New Rouge. And then we have a Chanel dupe here that's called Flower Bed. And this one I think is the Chanel Eau de Tundra or something like that. And these are so beautiful and perfect dupes. They have other fragrances in their houses, and I just think these two, if you are interested in trying Baccarat Rouge, because that's what everyone wears if they can afford it, which I'm not paying $500 for a bottle, you need to try the New Rouge. It's a perfect dupe. And then the other one is Flower Bed with the Chanel Chance, and it's just a gorgeous white floral. And this one is actually my favorite, but I lean more towards floral. So if you want something and you're interested in higher end brands, but you don't want to pay the price, Finery is the perfect one. And I actually did a TikTok video over this brand that went completely viral, and people had so many opinions about it. But for the most part, everyone agreed. These top two were the ones that smelled most like Chanel and Baccarat. Another brand that you can buy at Target that I recommend, and if you're on my Instagram, you know I've already recommended these two fragrances, is Mix Bar. And what is awesome about Mix Bar is that you are truly supposed to mix these fragrances. So the two fragrances that I have here are Cloud Musk and vanilla bourbon. I have these in the perfumes, but I am all out. So we have the body mist, which is also a great option if you want a really expensive smell for less. So with cloud musk and vanilla bourbon, you mix these two together. This is my favorite combination because it smells like a super expensive perfume. So if you're wanting to smell good on a budget, but you want to smell super expensive, mix these two together. And you can find these at Target. Now we're on to the third category of what I like to call the sunshine category. It just makes me think bright, sweet sunshine. So the first one, keeping on with the mix bar, you can see how much I've used of this body spray, and I also have the perfume. This is coconut palm. I'm not a huge fan of sunscreen fragrances or coconut fragrances, but this coconut palm is so pretty. It's coconut, woody, vanilla, and tropic is some of the notes in here are just so pretty and beautifully done. It truly smells like you're stepping out of the shower on your tropical vacation and you just want to smell clean and a tiny bit coconutty. It's so pretty. So the next fragrance that I want to tell you about is also a dupe to popular fragrances. Like I told you, Finery is the best at duping at the drugstore. You can find this at Target. Finery's Pistachio Please is a dupe for Sol de Janeiro 62. It is so pretty. So I feel like you can wear this in the summer and also into the winter, like the changing of seasons. It's vanilla, pistachio, milk, and tonka bean. And then I like to mix it with this body butter that I got from Amazon. It is a pistachio body butter. And these two together are just like the perfect combination. And like I said earlier as well, if you mix a body butter, a oil, or even aquaphor with your fragrance, it's gonna last longer. This is another affordable option that I think has really amazing fragrances, and this is Ashley Tisdale's brand Being Frenchy, and it's available at Target, and they have perfumes, perfume oils, and they even have this body and hair oil that you can use, so you can just layer all the fragrances together to make sure it lasts longer, but they have some great smells. So the first one that I want to show you is the Citrus Amber. This one is so pretty, truly a citrus. If you're looking for something citrus, white floral, amber, and it's sweet. It's one of my very favorites. I think it's so refreshing. And then the other fragrance that I really love that makes me think of sunshine is the Solar Flora. And I just had this in the body wash and finished it. I really enjoyed it. This is white floral, citrus, woody, aquatic, powdery, sweet, soapy, warm, spicy, fresh, spicy. It is very pretty. And it truly reminds me of just being in the sunshine. This is sunshine in a bottle. This next one and the last one in this category is my favorite for this summer. This is called Sunlit Blooms by Ded Cool. It has orange blossom, vanilla, white flower, and salt. It's just a mixture of all my favorite scents into one. You can smell the white floral, you can smell the vanilla, you can smell the citrus. It's just, you have been out in the sun with your friends, maybe like at a brunch or all the way into like a pool day or something like that. It's just really pretty, and I think that white floral brings out the prettiness of the fragrance. This one is one that I'm rotating in as well because I love it so much. And people have stopped me and made me write down the name of this perfume. This is Radiant Nectar with Clean Reserve. It smells, if you like pear, this is a great fragrance for you. It's musky, powdery, fruity. It also has an aquatic note, which makes it interesting. And then with the floral and white floral, of course, I love it. This is super sweet, soft, feminine, but also it just makes you think of being outside. It reminds me of when I was a little girl and me and my brother and my dad were bike riding around the block, and all the fresh flowers were like hitting our noses as we speed past them and on our bike. And so it's just a very beautiful fragrance that is attaching me to a memory that I had in the past. That's a really good memory. Here is our last category, and this is a very small category because I'm not a super vanilla girl, but I feel like what I have here is the best of vanillas. So our last category is gonna be those comfy, soft, I just wanna be wrapped up in a blanket and drink my coffee on a rainy day type of fragrance. So we're gonna start off with something that I have bought time and time again and I wear throughout the winter. It's the perfect like autumn, winter, when it's cold outside and you're just wanting in your fuzzy robe and your fuzzy blanket and have a cup of coffee, that is fresh cream warm cashmere for me. I'm not a vanilla girl, but girls that tell me they like vanilla and want a perfume recommendation, I always recommend this one first. And everyone has said, yes, we love this one. If you're a vanilla girl, I would say try this. The warm cashmere makes it feel like, yeah, you're wrapped up in a blanket, and it's super expensive. This is like an expensive vanilla fragrance to me. Now we're gonna move on to Frenchie. Again, Ashley Tisdale's brand at Target. This is hands down her most popular scent, and it is also called Cashmere Vanilla. So very similar to the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere, but this smells so incredible. She has sold this out when it first came out. Everyone loved this one. You could not find it in stores. I also like this brand. Like I said, you can buy it in the body wash, you can buy it in the hair mist, in the body mist, and then in the perfume as well. It has vanilla, amber, musk, and rice. And she said when she created this fragrance, she was steaming some like jasmine rice or something and loved the fragrance that was coming out of the boiling water. And it's really beautiful. The rice note in it just makes it more interesting of a vanilla to me. So this is one of my favorite vanillas. Okay, lastly, it's not a fragrance, but I talked about this so much over on Instagram and you guys all loved it. This is the Fenty Skin Butter Drop, and it is a shimmering whipped oil body cream. This smells like the glaze that they put on Cinnabon cinnamon buns. That was my fragrance recommendation. Let me know if you try any of these, if you have any of these, if you like them, if you dislike them. Let me know in the comments below what else I should try or add to the collection. And I so appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.